Hey guys, it's Raleigh here and welcome to episode 39 of Let's FIFA 17. So in the last episode we reached Division 1 and we managed to pick up the first 3 points of the division as well from the first match we played. And this first game of this episode was sort of recorded a day between the later part of this episode where I'm building a new squad sort of aimed at the weekend league. So we'll get into that a little bit later. So I got matched up against a 4-3-3 Bundesliga squad for my second match in Division 2, and he got a corner in the 15th minute. We were sort of able to clear away, but it fell to Forsberg, and that was his first big chance of the game. And apart from that, we were sort of sitting on the rest of the match in the first half, creating chances, trying to get the goal. Actually, I felt like my defense was pretty alright, but one thing I was sort of lacking was my clinical edge. I had it towards the end of last week when I was playing in Division 2, but this week when I've been playing FifaRalle, that clinical thing, my shooting, sort of disappeared, and I guess that might have been because I just had a couple of days break from FIFA and then just sort of got out of the rhythm. I feel like the more games I get in consecutively, I get more confident in my shooting, and I tend to score more of my chances, but here, not so clinical. He would go up 1-0, and after he got the lead, I just fell apart. I went way more attacking. I created less chances. It seems to happen whenever I get behind, I just play worse generally, and I think that's just a mental thing. I just need to just continue playing like I've done before I went behind, and I'll probably be able to get the goal, because after he got the 1-0 goal in the start of the second half, I created nothing at all, and I think it was fair enough. I lost that match, so not too good, because you can't afford to lose too many games in Division 1. But after that, as I said, this game was sort of recorded a day before the rest of this episode, which we're getting into now. So I basically sold on all my players, because I thought I'll build a squad for the weekend league. So as you can see, I sold on some of the players we gotten from packs. I sold on like a Marshall, Lacazette, just sold on pretty much everything I had in my club apart from 2 players pretty much. So I ended up with 143,000 coins to build myself a bit of a squad to rock with. And once I picked up all players, I had 1,000 coins left, and as you can see, I sold on a couple more players as well. So I went sort of into depths with this squad, sort of to a depth I never really done before. I was looking at the chemistry styles and all that kind of stuff. So this was the team I decided to build. First up, we do have Asamoah and Perisic still. I really do like those cards. Very, very good to play with. And then I have Costa, Son, and I bought Renato Sanchez for around 1,000 coins, I believe, 1,200 there, as super subs to come onto the pitch if I need. Now moving on to the rest of the team. In the net, I went with a Butland. I bought him and got him with the glove chemistry style. He would cost me 2,000 coins, and he seems to be a pretty good keeper on the game when I use him, and we boost his diving, handling, and positioning. So hopefully he would do a good job for us. 6'5" tall as well. Now moving on to the defense, we have a bit of a BPL defense. We have Smalling and then we have Bailly. So you've probably seen that centre-back combination many times. 8,000 coins for Smalling with the anchor chemistry style, 6'4" tall. Just like if you, I only played a little bit of the weekend league when there was the BPL theme, but it seemed like most people had that defense going, and it's probably because it is very reliable. So that is our 2 centre backs we're going to rock with, but we're of course making it into a bit of a hybrid. So on the left back, we do have Alexandro with the anchor chemistry style as well, boosting his pace, defending, and physical stats. So he looks to be a very good looking left back, and of course he gets that strong link up to Asamoah. On the right back, I went with Aurier to link up with Bailly, and he also got some good stats, some very good physical stats as well, and again using the anchor chemistry style on him. So my entire defense is sort of quite fast, strong, and physical, and I think it'll be a pretty strong defense to use in the weekend league. Now moving on to our midfield, we already got Asamoah in there, and then I picked up Matuidi. Could have used his loan card, but I decided to buy him as I had the coins for him. So Yeah, he is our other defensive mid in this formation. High work rates, and I used the backbone on him, so his passing, physical, and defensive stats are sort of attribute or boosted. Because the formation, I'm actually going to change the formation in game, and Matuidi will play as my defensive mid. I've seen, like, it seems like what a lot of the pros do. They make a formation to get the players in, and then in game they change the formation such that like. They have like all those good players that fit into like a different formation working in that other formation. So that's what I'm thinking to do as well. I got Dunsa, only 2-star skill moves on him, but his stats are quite nice and he's very cheap and links nicely up with Asamoah. So that was sort of the thought process behind getting him. Like the ideal thing would be to get Marquisio in, but just don't have those kind of coins on this account. Now on my right wing, I went with Di Maria. And the thought is he's going to play as a cam in my squad once we change the formation. I'll show that a little bit later. So basically, I put the Hawk on him, boosting his pace, shooting, and physical stats. Then on the other wing, we do have Perisic. He already got the Honda chemistry style. His physical stats are already great. So with the Honda, I think he gets like close to 99 pace in shooting, so he's a ridiculous guy, and we know that. He's been scoring a lot of goals for us. And then finally our striker, a player I sort of got mixed opinions on. Sometimes, like when I started out with this FIFA, I didn't really like Dybala, but he's grown a little bit on me lately, so I thought let's try him out on this account and see if he will do well for us. So this is just the players, and the formation we'll be playing with is the formation I've been playing with as of late. The 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, I feel like that is where I'm most confident. So I'll play Perisic and Dybala up top. Then I'll play Di Maria as a cam in game. Then we have Asamoah and Donza on sort of the center mids. Matuidi as a defensive mid, and our backline will sort of remain the same. So that is sort of how the lineup will be in game. Instructions will be that we have our 2 strikers to sort of get in behind, just make the runs and then be available for through balls. Then we have Matuidi. He will stay back while attacking. And then the same thing is applied to the fullback. So that is sort of the way I most likely will be playing throughout the weekend league. And then we have our substitutes, of course, as well, to get onto the bench and hopefully do well for us. Costa could get in on the cam spot, Son could get in on the striker spot, and then you got Sanchez. You can pretty much play in the midfield or in the defense if need be. So that is pretty much the team, and hopefully, I don't know how many games I'll be playing of the weekend league, but I will be aiming for at least 18 wins, I'm thinking, such that we qualify for the next weekend league, as well as I think you get some decent rewards. It's not like, you know, the top 100 rewards, but it's still, considering like the low amount of coins we got rolling on this account, it's like a huge boost to our club, and we'll be able to get some better players in. That is what I'm thinking. But before going into the weekend league, I did actually play some more matches in Division 1. I actually played enough matches such that I have for another episode, but as the weekend league is starting out today, I might just like put those matches quickly into the beginning of an episode where I show off some weekend league games. Let me know what you think about that. Anyways, I jumped into Division 1 to give this new squad a go. I was kind of excited to try it out and see how it would perform. Got matched up against sort of a Ligue 1 Bundesliga squad, and another thing which I didn't show here was I also changed up my custom tactics, and then the biggest change was basically how my defensive line is. Usually I use sort of not a very aggressive defensive line, because I like to just have time, like make my backline sort of drop back and then have time to get my midfielders back and then win the ball back with them. But with this squad, I played a lot more aggressive. I was looking at like a lot of the pro squads and their custom tactics and such, and I tried to apply a more aggressive style in the defense, so they would push up a bit more. And the good thing with that is, like when you're up on your opponent's half and they win the ball and try and go in the counter attack, you can quickly win the ball back and put the pressure back on them. And I did create a lot of chances that way. But another thing was, I felt like when it didn't work, I didn't win the ball, I was struggling a little bit in regards to defending. Like I like in other matches when I play, I don't concede, like I don't have that many chances against me compared to this match. I was really struggling against counter attacks. And yeah, here in the 45th minute, some bad play for me, and in the end it was Depay with a lovely shot onto the post, and I was just lucky I didn't concede or give up a penalty. But overall, this match was sort of going back and forth. I was still creating chances. The squad felt good going forward, but I did feel a little bit that the instructions I play with, maybe I should drop them back to the other thing, and I think that is most likely what I am going to do for the weekend league. But still pushing on, trying to get a goal here. Di Maria shot blocked off, and it was pretty much the picture of the game. I did create chances, but like that clinical edge getting the goal was not quite there, and that was sort of lacking in the first match I played in this episode as well. My shooting not the best near my opponent, break on through, nobody really getting on to Depay at all. He will run all the way through, take the shot, but right on the goalkeeper. At least 70th minute, my opponent again on the ball. Werner, lovely turn, I didn't really lock onto the ball, but just wide. And then here, 81st minute, I win the ball, and I passed to Costa, and I thought, okay, here we have a good chance. Tried to sort of open up some space with the skill move, and then Matuidi stopped his run, and my pass ended up being all weird. And as you can see here, as my defense is on that sort of aggressive style, like, I got hit instantly on the counter attack, and I could not get back in time, and I would lose the match in the 83rd minute. So that was kind of painful. It was a match that was pretty tough. My opponent was good, and that's what you would expect in Division 1. But it also means we now dropped 6 points in the division. We can only drop one more point, and that's not possible because, well, a draw means you drop 2 points. So we need to win all our remaining 7 matches if I want to win the title, which I highly doubt is going to happen based on our form here. I think after having played the weekend league, I'll hopefully be a little bit more clinical and get a little bit more used to the game, and then once I jump into Division 1, I'll play a little bit better. That is my hopes. But I decided to play another game with the squad just to see if I could get a win. I got matched up against this squad, Pogba, the squad building challenge, Khan, he got a legend, he got Mane, the Wants to Watch card, I believe it was, like a really good team. But at least we started off clinical. We scored a goal in the 6th minute, went into the lead, but then he would play it on through to Ronaldo there in the 14th minute, and I thought that was a goal, but he missed the shot somehow, and it remained at 1-0. He got a corner though, he was sent it into the box, but we were able to sort of get onto the ball after a very dangerous header there and go on the counter-attack. Perisic on the ball, on through to Dybala here. Dybala sort of trying to find Perisic. He gets tackled, but we're still on the ball, and I tried for the shot across goal, but just wide of the post there. 23rd minute, we yet again on the ball, again quite lucky with the bounce, on through to Perisic here. Perisic running on through sort of a mixture of a shield, and it looked a little bit weird, but I was able to find Di Maria. A bit of a, I guess, sweaty goal as you want to call it, but I just knew, like, if I were to win all my remaining games, I just had to take the goals where they were. So I got the goal, I made it 2-0, and just at the end of the half, he got a huge chance by opponent yet again, and we sort of able to block it off. I was still playing with those very aggressive, defensive custom tactics, and they will definitely get changed up because I still feel like my attack probably became a little bit better that way, but I was so suffering in the defending when playing with those tactics. And here, like, I just couldn't get the ball off him. He had the pressure on me at the beginning of the second half, but then we'll find him on we'll break him on a counter attack with Dybala, chip his goalkeeper here, and he got a punch to it. I think it was going in, but he paused the game, and he decided to rage quit. So we get 3 more points in the division, and that is going to be where we end off this episode. As I said, the next episode, I'll have some more Division 1 games, but I think I'll just like quickly put them in at the start of the video, and then maybe throw in some weekend league games, something like that, and try and have that out tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, stay tuned, as we'll soon be back, and we'll play some of the weekend league, and that's pretty much all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.